I have a cold in the springtime. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bryce's Toy Show. And I am sitting here at home. Did not go to school today because if you can hear, my nose is blocked up. Keeps running. Started like during Payback when I was watching it. Kind of sore throat. Excuse me. Couldn't sleep through the night. Really weird. But I'm coming to you guys today with my WWE Payback 2016 reactions. And guys, if you watch this, this was an amazing pay-per-view. Starting off with, is Enzo Amore okay? Enzo, that's my boy. Like, no, he's not my boy, like, physically, my son. Like, no, he's my, like, top guy. He's my main. Okay, this just sounds weird. Enzo Amore, my favorite part of the tag team of Enzo and Big Cass, and he got injured. So it was Enzo and Big Cass going up against the Vaudevillains, right? And so, like, Simon Gotch of the Vaudevillains, like, Irish whipped, Enzo Amore into, like, the second rope, and he, like, hit his head, and, like, his head bounced off the apron or something. And so, like, he was, like, knocked out instantly, and I'm like, oh my god. I was, like, freaking out. I'm like, come on, Enzo, get up. I was, like in shock, and then when they pulled out a stretcher, I'm like, oh, dang it. So, yeah, turns out Enzo Amore got a concussion from that, and, like, all of his, like, tests came back negative. Yeah, so get better soon, Enzo. So the match was called off for, yeah, we don't know who the winner was. So yeah, that was really horrible. And you know what else was horrible? The, like, controversy between Charlotte and Natalya. It was for the women's championship. Charlotte had Ric Flair in her corner. Natalya had Bret the Hitman Hart in her corner. And so this was a pretty decent match. Like, I didn't expect it to be that really good. So this was back and forth. Natalya, like, got one of, like, I think it was her right leg, or left leg, like, injured a little bit. She was hobbling a little bit. So towards the end of the match, Charlotte put in I almost said figure four leg lock. I caught myself, guys. She mocked Natalya and Bret Hart putting in the sharpshooter, and the referee, Charles Robertson, he's like, yeah, call for the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Like, what? Natalya. Hashtag Charles Robinson heel turn. So Natalya never tapped out. She was sitting there, and, like, right when she got locked in the hold, the referee's like, yep, call for the bell. Like, she never even tapped out. Like, I'm so confused at that ending. So then Bret Hart and Ric Flair had this confrontation, and then Natalya and Bret Hart put Charlotte and Ric Flair in the sharpshooter. So Ric Flair was sitting there tapping out. Charlotte was tapping out. Oh, that was probably the best part of that segment. So then they had, like, 2 pre-show matches earlier, and this first match was Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. And guys, I picked Baron Corbin to win this match, and he had, like, these, like, kind of khaki pants, like green pants, and so he was going up against Dolph Ziggler. Pretty okay match. Baron Corbin went for, like, the end of days type thing, and Dolph Ziggler rolled him up 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler wins. Dolph Ziggler beats the new Baron Corbin upcomer who just came from NXT. He needs a push. Why did they let him lose to Dolph Ziggler? Isn't Dolph Ziggler becoming type of a jobber? Nobody cares about him anymore. He's old news, right? So Dolph Ziggler gets the surprise win over Baron Corbin. That, like, shocked me. So another thing that kind of shocked me was how Kalisto and Ryback put on a good match. This was also on the kickoff show. Kalisto defended the United States title against Ryback, and it was for the United States title. This was a pretty good match. At times, I thought Ryback was going to win this. Like, he went, like, for the shell shock, went for the meat hook clothesline, all kinds of good parts in this for a while. And then Ryback, he went for, like, the leaping thing off the top rope. He missed. Kalisto hit him with the Salida del Sol. 1, 2, 3. Kalisto is still your United States champion. That was a pretty okay match. And so, yeah, then the pay-per-view started, and blah, blah, blah. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they would have an amazing 10 out of 10, or 5 out of 5, I guess you could say, for this match. So, like, this was, like, probably stole the show. Excuse me. So, this stole the show almost, and at times I thought Sami Zayn was gonna win, and so they had this like thing out of the ring for a while, and then so like Sami Zayn went for the Huluva kick. Kevin Owens caught him with a super kick, my favorite move, and so then he hit him with the pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens wins the match against Sami Zayn. He would then stay in the ring. Byron Saxton would come in the ring and he would interview him, and Kevin Owens would say that means that since he beat Sami Zayn, that means he's better than them and he doesn't need to fight him anymore, so he should turn his attention to the Intercontinental Championship. And very so, he sat at ringside for The Miz versus Cesaro for the Intercontinental Championship. This was a pretty decent match, although it was really funny when Kevin Owens started roasting Byron Saxton. He roasted Michael Cole, and he even roasted The Miz when he came out. Miz was like showing off with his Intercontinental title, and Kevin Owens was like, "Great job, Miz. Your wife won the title for you. You should be very proud." And then he roasted Byron Saxton for a little bit, like I said. And then Cesaro had like this submission type thing, and Kevin Owens was on commentary still, and Sami Zayn comes out of nowhere, boom, and they get into a brawl. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they're brawling, and then like the brawl goes inside the ring while Cesaro and The Miz is still going, and so the ref's attention turned to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and The Miz was tapping out in the submission, and Cesaro took out, he realized that the ref didn't see, so he took out Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and then The Miz rolled them up. 1, 2, 3. Still, your Intercontinental Champion is The Miz. And so after that, like this whole brawl between Miz, Cesaro, Owens, and Zayn went out, and Kevin Owens stood tall with the Intercontinental Championship high in his hands, and I think that's the start of a fatal 4-way feud between Miz, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro. That should be a fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental Championship at WWE Extreme Rules. So, there was like this type of segment between Shane McMahon, Stephanie, and Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon would have to decide who would be running Monday Night Raw. So Stephanie tried to plead with her dad. Shane tried to plead with Vince, and so the final decision was Vince McMahon made it. Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon will both be running Monday Night Raw together. So, yeah, I don't know how that is going to work out. They did make a good part at the end, which I will get to later. But Dean Ambrose took on Chris Jericho. This was a pretty decent match. I guess they're like feuding over which talk show is better, the highlight reel or the Ambrose Asylum. Who cares? They should be fighting for fighting. And so Dean Ambrose gets the win, and Chris Jericho is raging outside the ring, and so he was raging. He threw some papers from the announce table. He ruined the steel steps to get in the ring. And then the camera cut it off, but Chris Jericho went up to a fan and he tried to steal like his flag from the fan, and like they cut it out. And so I don't know why they cut that out. So yeah. The main event, AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. As predicted, Roman Reigns wins and he retains the title. But this was like the match of the night as expected. So during the match, like towards the end of it, AJ Styles was like on the top rope. Roman Reigns was outside the ring. And so AJ Styles hits him with the phenomenal forearm, and they both go through the announce table. Like, I'm sitting there like, oh my god, could this get any better? So Roman Reigns was out cold. AJ Styles was trying to pull him back in the ring. He couldn't, and so it ends in a countout. Like, that's how the main event is going to end, in a countout. Nope. Here comes the money. Shane McMahon comes out there and he's like, nope, this is not how it's going to end. Restart the match with no count out. So they restart the match later. Roman Reigns accidentally, maybe on purpose, he hits AJ Styles in the private areas. And so that's the end of the match. Oh my gosh. And then Stephanie McMahon comes out there and says, nope, no count out, no disqualification. That is final. And so, like I predicted, the Bullet Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows came out there, and I thought they were going to turn on AJ Styles, but they started beating the crap out of Roman Reigns. Bow, bow, bow. And so then, Roman Reigns' cousins, the Usos, came out there and saved him. And what really confused me is when the Bullet Club and the Usos got out of the ring, Roman Reigns flew over the top rope and took them all out. Like, Roman, are you blind? You took out your own teammates. You took out the Usos. Like, why would you do that? So, yeah, as predicted, later on, Roman Reigns hits AJ Styles with the spear. Darn it. I don't like Roman Reigns at all. But, so there was a kind of funny thing on Enzo Amore's pants that happened, like, before he got injured. You guys know the, like, poop emoji thing? Like piece of poop, and then it's got eyes and the type of smiley face. Yeah. Enzo Amore had that on the back of his pants, like, right, like, where it should be. And so, yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed my Payback reactions. Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon already have the next pay-per-view's main event set. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in a Extreme Rules match. That should be a good rematch. So yeah, again, hope you enjoyed this Payback Payback reactions. If you would like, please go down in the comments and tell me what you thought of Payback. Was it good? Was it horrible? Was it kind of medium? So please go down and do that. If you haven't done it already, please go down and subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up. And that is it for me today. Monday Night Raw tonight should be good, and I hope it is. Enzo Amore, please get better soon. This is kind of a sad day for me too, since I got this cold. But yeah, until my next video, guys. Yep.